Okay. Good morning, Krystal
Good morning.
Baker. Weber Center. What's your title at Weber Center?
I am the facility coordinator at Weber Center.
At Weber Center. And what does that mean?
That means I manage everything in the entire building except the people.
Except the people.
Which is a good thing because the building
Can't talk back.
can't talk back.
Not that the people would.
No.
That's a very large building to do all by yourself. Who assists you in that?
The housekeepers,
Right.
the maintenance department, the entire campus, my team that I work with, the receptionist, assistant director, Jennifer, director, Janet. It's definitely not a job you do by yourself.
All right. Now, you came from another department.
I did.
And what department was that?
I came from the Dominican Life Center. I worked and ran the doctor's office, which is the office behind the receptionist on the first floor.
And how long did you do that?
I worked there for about a year and a couple months.
And so what prompted you to respond to the position at Weber Center?
Well, I actually have a bachelor's in business, and that allowed me to utilize my bachelor's in business and the schedule over there. I got to lower my hours per week because I have 2 small children, which allowed me to be at home more. And I got to go over there and work with Peg, you, and Linda.
And then I remember the trouble I had when I had to make sure you didn't leave the building unaccompanied because you'd never come back because you'd come over here and start visiting everybody.
Shh, don't share that out loud. If Janet watches, she might start the same thing.
No, but you certainly have a gift. And at Weber, that whole gift of hospitality and welcoming, I mean, that's just part of who you are. So you are known by many of our women in the congregation. And that's why it's very important that we can interview our co-workers as part of our history. So tell us about your family.
I have been married to my husband for 12 years, and we have Brandon. We have 2 small children, Amelia, who is 6 now, and Tristan, who is 8.
Wow.
They both attend Madison School District here in town.
And what grades are they in? What, Amelia, she's
Amelia is going into kindergarten, and
just kindergarten, right.
And then Tristan is going into 2nd grade. So they're growing fast.
Right, and you're a very family-oriented family. And I know you went to a lot of the church events that you used to tell us about.
Oh, we do.
That's a very priority for you.
We are very involved with our church. We're members of Jasper Bible Church, and they have a lot of programs to offer our children, and my husband and I help out quite a bit there. So,
Did you want to put a plug in for your husband's business?
my husband started his business actually it's been last May, so he owns his own plumbing business. He's a master plumber, Brandon's Signature Plumber, so if you need a plumber, he's the one to call.
But that was a big risk for the 2 of you to take.
That was. We actually had been praying and contemplating it for probably around 6 or 7 years, and it seemed like we would talk about it around the same time every year, and then it was just continue to pray, and one year it was just like, okay, well, let's start preparing for it.
Let's do it. Let's go back to when you first came to campus. What prompted you to come to campus and respond to the position here at the Dominican Life Center?
Well, actually, I was an instructor up in Ypsilanti for medical assisting. I have an associate as a medical assistant as well, and my son was starting elementary school, and I wanted to be closer to home, and I wanted to be able to come and go to his school events, and working in Ypsilanti would not allow that to happen. So I applied for the position.
How did you hear about the position?
I actually, through the internet.
Oh, okay.
So I applied, and the benefits the health benefits and the retirement was great, a bonus.
Did you work full-time at that time?
I did
Over
not.
at the DLC?
Oh, I worked full-time. Well, I worked 36 hours pay period. So.
And then then you come over to Weber. Now, do you, in your experience here, are there some things that are you enjoy? What would be a highlight of your day, of your week?
Well, the highlight of my job is that I work at a retreat and conference center, and I always tell people it's like I'm coming to a retreat on a daily basis.
Wow.
It doesn't feel like a job. I mean, it's nice to be able to wake up, and if you have to work, you might as well enjoy doing what you do. And so when I come in, it's relaxing. Some days it's stressful, but
Well, thank goodness we don't want it to be lovely.
right. We want to get our steps in, right?
Right. Krystal, what's one thing about you that those of us on this campus that know you, if we knew that thing about you, we would be so surprised?
There's a few things that I met my husband on spring break, and we only lived about 5 minutes apart.
Oh.
So him and I had met I was on my senior spring break, and come to find out he lived in Adrian and I lived in Blissfield. Blissfield is where I had graduated from high school. And the other thing is that I enjoy orange juice and brownies together.
Together. Orange juice.
I shared that at my women's Bible study of the one thing that someone would be surprised about you. So, you know what we did the next week at Bible study? We brought in orange juice and brownies.
Do you like nuts in the brownies?
No.
No, do you like icing on them?
No, just plain
gooey brownies.
Gooey brownies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
So is there anything else you'd like us to know? You are a valued employee of this campus and of the Adrian Dominican Sisters. Anything else that you think we'd be interested in about you, all your positions?
I enjoy working here.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure coming to work every day. It's nice to interact with each sister. Each sister has a different story, and you know, you can talk to the same sister day in and day out, but 5 years later you'll still learn something new about that particular sister.
Mm-hmm. And you have the benefit too of the neighborhood, the Weber neighborhood over there.
I do.
You've been very attentive to the sisters up there, and that's been a big transition for them to come in, but you're always very accommodating, and you hear very positive things about how you assist them.
Well, they make my job very easy.
Good.
And you know, it's nice to know that you have so many women praying for you and your family. Mm-hmm. And the power of prayer is very important. Mm-hmm. And
that's the value you have, and you have certainly brought your whole faith dimension to your position over at Weber. So I want to thank you for coming and sharing, your story, your family, and the positions that you've had here. And as I've said before, you certainly have been a treasure over there at Weber and a gift beyond. And so thank you for all the service that you give to us.
Thank you.
And the sisters, the congregation thanks you too, because I know what you are and what you mean to our women in that neighborhood.
Thank you.
So blessings.
It means a
and
lot.
may I continue to see you here on this campus.
You will.